Hello and welcome back to Orrstead. We looked at this game a while back, back in the summer maybe, or spring maybe, and it was Alpha 0.1 at the time. And the developer spent some time doing some refactoring, some providing, or based on some feedback, some that we provided here, and some from other sources, and improved some code, changed some the base kind of core gameplay content, and released as Alpha 0.2 a few weeks ago. Reached back out to me, and unfortunately, as you all are well aware from my channel, I was quite busy at the time with other things, so I hadn't gotten a chance to look at it until just recently. And in the meantime, Alpha 0.3 was released, which is nice because it adds some new features to the game that weren't in Alpha 0.2 and gives us a little more to look at. So Alpha 0.2 was kind of the same gameplay as 0.1 in the end. It was a little bit, changed a couple things around, but it was kind of the same span of content. You kind of end with the bridge and with things like the farmhouse and the tavern and the lumberjack, and you don't really go any further than that. Well, Alpha 3 adds, or Alpha 0.3, whichever way you want to look at it, it adds fishing as a new game mechanic. So we're going to jump back in. We're going to start from the beginning because there is no, because it's been a while, and so I want to just make sure that everyone's kind of aware of how the game works from the beginning, and also to refresh myself, and also, and not only that, but also just to to experience the game again. So the game starts out with a little bit of a tutorial. Move the camera with WASD, that's easy enough. Zoom out with the mouse wheel, and orbit by holding the mouse wheel or Z, and then moving the mouse. You can flick the camera 20 or 90 degrees using Q and E. And now we need to actually establish our town. So if you remember back in the Alpha 1, the first building you place is the ore. That's sort of like your town center. Town center, I guess, is the best thing to do. And you want to build it new fertile land and trees. So I want to build it actually right here in this forest. I think that's a good place to do it. I just want to kind of think about this just a little bit. Maybe right there or right here. I think right here will be good. And then the next thing we need to do is gather some trees. We need to gather to get some wisdom to level up. So and this has also changed, by the way. There was like one single build menu. Now things are kind of categorized, and it makes it a little bit easier to use, to kind of plan things and work on things. So we're using the chop tool to chop the trees around the ore here, and kind of using it to establish a bit of a base. The next step is to build paths. So that's here under transport, and I'm just going to build a couple of paths, kind of off from each direction a little bit, like this, and we'll let them work on those as well. And the next thing we need to do is build farms to produce wheat and wisdom. So each thing you do, each thing your people do, produces wisdom, and that appears as this yellow bar across here. As each reaches the end each time, which I think it takes more and more wisdom to reach the end of the bar. You can see it going up as they chop a tree, and then as we do some farming, it'll go up again. Let's go ahead and put some a farm down to get it started. It'll keep going up, and then it'll level us up. I want to chop a little bit more here. That's good there. Let's also chop a few of these here that are in the fertile area, and then maybe we can just do some of this. I don't think there's any difference between the sizes of the trees. They all seem to produce one log, one wood, no matter what you do. There is the job priority panel is down here. It's kind of hidden by this development build message here, but that's the priority panel. You can drag to reorder the different priorities here. So if you want your people to farm first of all, or to chop first of all, or whatever to do first of all, you can drag that around. The highest item is what's done first in general. And the next thing to do is housing. Housing boosts happiness. Right now we have 2 happiness. That's because we have a 20 baseline. Our population gives us a -3, and that's because I think there's nobody housed. I think that's why. Probably because there's three homeless citizens, that is. But then -11 for homeless citizens, so I'm not sure. Maybe every person gives you a negative happiness just by existing. which is kind of pessimistic in a way, I guess, but maybe that's what it is. And then -4 for hunger, because, well, there's 2 people that are hungry. Actually, all 3 of them are hungry here. But we're cutting some of this wheat. So let's build a house and see what we can do with that house. I think I'm going to go here for that, and they'll come and pick up 3 logs, and they'll build that house with 3 logs. Meanwhile, this person's over here doing the farming, and they should be able to get some wheat out of the deal, some food out of the deal here, which appears here. We have next to happiness, we have population, 3 people, 2 housed, so that's 1 homeless, and then we have 19 wood and 1 grain available. And yeah, it still says -3 here, but -3 only for homeless citizens now that we've housed 2 of our 3 people. But still, the hunger is a problem. Let's go to more housing. We'll get that built. The next thing we need to do is build a granary to store wheat. That way it's just not laying here on the ground. That's here under the farming tab as well. So we'll do that, and I'm going to put that here in town kind of thing. The farms have to be built on the fertile soil, which is the dark green. So you kind of have to keep that in mind, and the game will even highlight where all that dark green soil is, as well as which dark green soil you can actually build upon based on where your roads and things are. So that's kind of a nice feature. That meaning that you can't actually build like over here yet or over here because it's not within the range of a road. So let's see, chop again. I'm using the shortcut key of C here. We gained an extra person because we had the housing and the happiness to accommodate. Yeah, it's -5 now for the innate population for 4 people. Interesting, but only -1 to hunger, so maybe we need another farm to kind of improve our hunger here a little bit. And next thing we need to do is build a stockpile to store wood. So since we're chopping wood kind of in this direction, I want to build a stockpile in this direction. Maybe we'll just do it like right here. And again, they'll just come and deliver that. And then once they've done that, all the wood that's laying around, they'll actually come and pick up and put it in that stockpile. That way it's not laying around, it's in one nearby spot. And then we'll also continue working on this road a little bit here. Adding roads, by the way, expands the range of your town. So our town was fairly small range to begin with, but as you can see, adding these roads pushes that line out just a little bit further each time, so that you can build even more roads so you can expand even further, which was an improvement from the original version. I can't remember exactly how that worked, but I remember that it was an improvement, or it's an improvement to that version. Let's keep building some farms here. Maybe we need another house as well. And so we just need to keep gathering wisdom otherwise, just to kind of keep things moving. I'm going to build a little bit of a city block here to kind of accommodate more housing later on. Because you have to put a house up against, as you can see here in the tooltip, here in this tooltip, it requires to be up against a path. So you have to actually point your house at a path. Otherwise, it won't let you build it. And one of the things that I also noticed here is on each building, the house, etc., there are upgrades available. And this kind of reminds me a little bit of Urbeck, where a house will automatically upgrade to another type of house. Even if it's not truly an upgrade, it could be a side grade, if you want to allow that term, depending on a certain need being fulfilled. So we can see that here as well, which is kind of nice. I liked that feature in Urbeck, so I'm happy to see it here as well. And we're still kind of working, we're still gaining wisdom, so we just need to keep them chopping some more trees down here. I don't want to chop too many because I know things, but maybe in a tight area that is. But I think maybe we can clear up a little bit over here, maybe a couple of these over here too, just to kind of keep the wisdom coming in. I think 3 fields should be enough. Oh, we lost somebody. Oh, interesting. We lost a person. We had 5 for a little while. Maybe they starved due to the lack of food. Although, again, we should have enough food. I'm not sure what's up with that. I'll add another one just to see. And every time you gain a little bit of wisdom, you can see a little flash here in the ore. And that's kind of the symbol. Yeah, there it goes. Or a little flash at the ore. Like a little like sparkle is flying toward it. And then once we hit the next level, once that bar is full, which should be here shortly, it'll actually glow for a moment. And we'll see that as well. Either I missed it or it didn't happen. I was calling me a liar. Okay, well, we need to build the lumberjack next, which is what I knew, which is why I haven't chopped too many trees. That's here under the logging column, and we can kind of find a spot here where the lumberjack can be near a bunch of trees. Here there's 5, here there's 5. I think I'm going to do this one. Where the lumberjack can be near a bunch of trees, and also kind of near the road, too. Actually, as a matter of fact, I may take out... No, I'll leave that there. And it'll gather trees automatically. It'll gather trees faster than the workers alone, I believe. So it's kind of a useful thing. And it may only require like one worker, or may even not require any workers to operate. And then it can become an efficient lumberjack too by putting lumberjack houses nearby. So we'll have to see how we get those. I'm guessing that might be this grayed out box here, but we'll see. So now we need to reach level 5 in wisdom, and I think that's just a matter of time. This will store up to 50 wheat. This will store up to 50 logs, and if you need more than that, you can build another one of those buildings. I'm guessing that the more trees nearby the lumberjack, the better it works, but I don't actually know that. It might not matter. It might only need to have one tree. And these trees that are kind of out here by themselves, I'm okay with trimming. Getting our people to manually trim, that is, because they don't have anything to do anyway, other than farm. And trimming the trees is a good thing to do. That way we have the wood when we're ready to build something new. Build a tavern near housing to increase happiness. Excess happiness will increase the rate at which new citizens arrive. So the tavern's here in the housing. It's here. And as we know from these houses here, the tavern causes the house to become a village house, which provides 10 happiness for 2 people instead of just 2 people. So we definitely want to do a tavern. Taverns have a 2-tile radius. So you want to put it to where you can reach as many houses as possible for now and for the future. So I think we're going to put it here. Then I can put houses in here, 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 and a whole row of them on this side if we really need that many. I don't know if we will, but couldn't hurt, right? Right. But we do need more houses, speaking of. So let's build another house here and here. That'll be the 5 houses on that row. And then we'll have to build another path here. Nope, over here. In order to be able to make this tile accessible for house building, because houses must be built adjacent to a path. So now that's accessible, and we can continue expanding. Now we have 60 happiness. That's because all these houses became village houses immediately upon getting a tavern. So that gave us the village house bonus there of 50 each, and we have -10 for our population, or an innate negative happiness due to the fact that we have 8 people. So there must be some sort of a non-linear growth of a population base or innate unhappiness relative to actual population, because now it's 12 for 9 people. So yeah, it must go up by 1 for a few and then 2 for a few or something like that. Speaking of which, we're probably going to need some more farms. I'm going to put this here. I don't know if I'm guessing right here or not. I actually didn't get this far in this version. But I think there's another building that we can get here that we can put in that will have some bonus to the farms, similar to the way the tavern acts for the houses. But I don't know. I'm seeing another building here, and I'm guessing a little bit. Plus, I'm remembering the original version of the game. Let's put 2 more houses down. We'll get that happiness up and charging away at us here. Here they come with some logs. And there's also a speed control here, so we can do 2 to speed the game up to double speed, or 1 to go back down to regular speed, and then space to pause. I did do some pausing earlier. So let's speed it up a little bit. We'll let it kind of get their way with the harvesting of the trees and the wheat to get us to level 6. So there may be a little bit of an imbalance here with, there we go, a farmhouse. Nice. I suspected as much. Let's get rid of some of these trees here in the fertile land, and let's take a look at the farmhouse. Increases productivity at nearby farms. So it needs one or more farms nearby. It does need a road, and it looks like it only has a small radius. Interesting. Not what I was expecting. Let's put a road here, and then we can put the farmhouse in. It only has a 1 tile radius. Yeah, not what I was expecting at all. Maybe I push the road back one more space like this. Yeah, and then we can put farmhouse right here. And then that would give me a little bit more room to put in some more farms around it instead of having them over here. And we could do the same thing over here, even put the farmhouse here with a path here, and then fill this in with better farms as well. Oops. There we are. I don't know that you get any resources back from deletion. Oh, we can't build there anyway. But let's just try it. That one just finished. That's a good time to delete that one. And then we'll put in a path here and see if we can put in another efficient farm or our farmhouse over here to increase the efficiency of the farms. Like that. Chop some of these trees here. Maybe that big one too, because it's in my way. 16 out of 16 people. Let's put up another house. There we go. The tavern's building style is very similar to the houses. I assume this is still some early temporary art. So, oh, look at that. They have little fences around them when they're efficient. Nice. So I assume that that's a, temporary art, temporary design, and that they'll be more distinct in the future. Because even the farmhouses, other than the coloring of them, look pretty much the same. Alright, let's go to speed 2 again. We have plenty of food now, I think. Yeah, it's going up consistently. And logs are holding. Lumberjack house unlocked. Increases productivity of nearby lumberjacks. So let's take a look at that. That's not there. That's here. One with nearby lumberjack. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, I see. So it's got to be adjacent. I think we can deal with that. And the lumberjack can be anywhere in that area. But the lumberjack house... So we need to chop this tree right here next to. Or the one here. And then put the lumberjack house in there. Or both. It could do either one. Let's just go here. That's fine. And that'll increase the productivity of a lumberjack in that same radius. So we could put even more lumberjacks in this area and get a bonus from that. Just like we did with the farms. So now it's an efficient lumberjack, provides wood and wisdom at 100%, plus 100% productivity. So operates at double speed. Now I wonder if we put another lumberjack house in on the other side, if we, extended the path, etc. And we put another one in on the other side, if that would increase the productivity even more, or if it's a one and done kind of thing. But only one way to find out, right? I'm guessing it's a one and done kind of thing. It's because it says one or more, 1+ nearby lumberjack houses. But we can see. I like the building animation. That's really neat. Yeah, it's still just efficient, so. That's fine, though. It was worth the experiment. And I'm not going to bother deleting it. So the tutorial is complete. We need to continue leveling up to unlock more buildings. So we know there is fishing. I don't know what else there is after that. I know there's a bridge. I don't know what else there is after that. I guess we could look here. We have that missing still. That's all done. That's done. That's done. But there is a fishing category here somewhere. So we'll have to wait and see what that looks like. Bridge unlocked. Allows citizens to cross the water. So I want to use that just to use it. Put it here. Or put a path there, rather. And then do this. I don't know why that has a range, though. That's interesting. But we can do that. Bridges cost a lot of wood, but that's fine. We have plenty. Maybe even more food. So in reality, what we should have done here is put a lumberjack house down and then surround it with lumberjacks. Effectively surround it with lumberjacks. So this is kind of backwards, and we could even swap that around if we wanted. So let's just delete this house, and let's put a lumberjack in here. Oh, it can't be that close to. What's the range here? I think it's probably okay. So let's delete that one as well. Yeah, I know you're gonna complain now. Look at that. All right, let's do a lumberjack here. And let's delete this one here. Let's put in the edge scrolling gets to me after a while. This needs to have a lumberjack nearby, so we need to wait until that gets built. Then we can put up a new house. We have plenty of logs, so I'm not worried about doing this. And then will I be able to put this in here? I will. So that's probably the better way to arrange this, to have, one house, 2 lumberjack kind of thing. And even more lumberjacks perhaps as well. Although maybe not, because... no, wrong thing. This one? Because they can't be within that range of each other. So you'd have to like pull the house back by a tile and then put these like on the 4 corners or the 4 sides. I guess it has to be the 4 corners because the so yeah, put one here, and put the house right there in the middle of the 4. I think that would work. That seems like it would work, and that seems to be the more efficient build setup. And it doesn't seem like extra trees get you any bonus. So there's probably not worth any value there either. Let's build some more houses. I see we're over on population. Actually, can take out some of these trees here. And here. You're there. Maybe we should do this. Take that out. I should take this out as well because that's the edge of the range there. And I can put a road in there and make my life a little bit easier. Like this. And there's still plenty of trees here for the lumberjacks to deal with. So let's bulldoze this house again and put a new one in back here. But we need a path to it first, of course. Of course. There. And then I can put one in back here and I put one in back here. A lumberjack, that is. And that'll be the most efficient lumberjack setup we can have. There, and oops, not that one. Nope, pause. Cancel that. Okay, good. Because I like experimenting. That's the only real reason. There we go. And they all have at least 1 tree, so that's all they need. This one has just 1. This one has a couple. This one will have 2, and this one will have 3? 4? Yeah, 4. Okay. And so this tavern can support 2 more houses using this design. So we can go ahead and put those in. Once we have the wood, that is. They're chopping the wood right now. We could help them along a little bit like this. And even like that. We're just about to level 9. So hopefully at level 9 we'll be able to unlock something new like fishing. There we go. Dock unlocked. Allows fishing. And we get a new category here for the dock. I was hoping, and it looks like I will be not able to. Oh, I see. Okay. Maybe I can put it there. Can I do a bridge here? No. Okay, well then I will put the dock right here. I guess it doesn't need to be up against a road. And these have a range where they can't be, they can't overlap with each other by that range. So we'll have to keep that in mind. We can put one there though. Once we get rid of that tree. Just for fun, let's get rid of all those trees. The wheat is stabilizing now with all the people we have. Looks like they're fishing. And I saw that the houses will upgrade to a fishing shack if they're nearby a dock and up against water. So we should put some houses out here and see what that does too. So maybe I do like a road coming. What's the range on that? Probably within this range. Yeah, probably. So let's do a path right in here. Look at him run. Look at him run. Let's do a house right there and see if that is affecting the, that becomes a fishing shack. Well, food may be a little more stable than I thought. This is at the house. Oh, it needs to be, oh, I put it in the wrong spot. It needs to be up against water, of course. Right there, then. Diagonal doesn't count. It's a interesting, I guess, for lack of a better word, decision. I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm not criticizing it. It's fine. Oh, there we go, fishing shack. So this will actually also do fishing. So that kind of helps you boost your fish production by having fishing houses. So let's delete this one, and I'm gonna put in a path. I'm gonna put in a house there. Oh, I need to put paths in first. Path here and path here. And then we'll put in housing here and here. And those should also become fishing shacks. I don't know if there's like there's a couple more fishing related buildings here. One of them might be like a wharf or someplace to like stockpile the fish. Requires level 10 and level 11. Okay, well, we're almost to level 10. I'll let them kind of... Oh, that doesn't count? It is against water. That's water. That could be a bug. Or it needs to be rotated the other way. Either way, we could test it. Delete that path. Put another one in here. And then put the house in here. Finish the path. You can do it. There you go. Maybe I'll just take this path out right here and put a house right there then. Also. There's level 11. Fishery unlocked. Store fish. Good guess, Wally. Good guess. Yeah, so that worked. That might be able to be considered a bug, that it has to be the back side of the house. Otherwise, that just saying that that's a feature, but that has to be the back side of the house up against the water, or it doesn't become a fishing shack is kind of interesting. I'm fine with it. It's just an interesting thing. So fishery, I think I could put that in here or right here. I think we'll go right there with it. And here they come to put that in. And then we're going to want to put another, maybe another fishing dock out here just to kind of, continue with completing the game or, playing out the game. Let's go there. I want to put houses in out here. So we need to work on the path a little bit. There, there, there. There, I think. Yeah. So 3 more fishing houses. Again, just because we can. I'll make sure that I face them with their back side out. Plus, I'm trying to get to level 11, of course, to unlock the next thing. Zip through this a little bit. And they're eating the fish real fast, so it doesn't hurt to have all these fish coming in. I don't know if that means that they're eating less wheat, but it doesn't look like it. Maybe they are. Man, look at all that stuff coming in. All that wisdom. So yeah, wisdom is basically like experience points. It's the same kind of concept. I want to see if I see that thing flash. I keep forgetting to watch it. No. I know I saw it flash in my test game. Maybe that was an update or an Alpha 2 thing. So the fish market, +3... I didn't see what it said. +3% fish happiness. Oh, you've now unlocked all buildings currently available in Orrstead. Orrstead is in active development. To follow development and get access to the closed beta test, join the Discord. So, this costs 5 wood, consumes 5 fish, but +3% fish happiness for each nearby house. Ooh. Interesting. So this might be something you put in place or next to like the I think I'm just going to put it here for this particular test, but something you would place kind of in place of the tavern or adjacent to the tavern, perhaps. Maybe even like here to kind of stagger everything. I think we'll just go here. We could even put one here, and that would cover all the houses too, and then have another, another road, some more houses here. And then you have another tavern, and you kind of just do a a set of, housing blocks like that, that would work. So this will consume a few fish, but it gives these folks a little bit more happiness. Does it say that? Plus 3% fish happiness for each nearby house. I don't know that it's... Oh, there it is. Fish. 238 happiness due to fish. That's kind of obscene. That's a lot of fish happiness, but plus 16% because, I guess, because there's 5 houses here. These also might get some extra fish happiness because of their fishing shacks. I don't know, but that's the end of the game. We made it to level 11. We've unlocked all the buildings as the message showed. I think this also kind of, shows off what the game has so far, what it can do, where it's going. I like it. I agree that this is, with the developer that is, this is a good improvement over Alpha 1, but hey, that was Alpha 1. This is Alpha 3, so you're going to see some improvements. If you'd like to keep an eye on this game, I will include links to both the Steam page and the itch.io page in the description below. Make sure you check that out, give the game a follow, wish list on Steam, and consider becoming an alpha backer on itch.io if you'd like to give the game a try. I think it's a name your own price type of donation, but take a look at the itch page if you're interested in following the game. Oh, we filled up our wood stockpile. Nice. All right, so thank you all for joining me, and we'll see you in the future with another update to Orrstead. Bye for now.